Crochet, and today is not a yarn video. It is Saturday, and I have this little area. I'm going to flip you around really quick. Roy set up for me a little sewing area. This was an old dresser, and he cut the drawers out of it on the one side where the chair is. And then I have drawers here that I am putting stuff in. I'm not quite sure what stuff. That little thing on top right there was sewing stuff that was my mother's and some sewing stuff that was mine, but mostly stuff that was my mother's. And I put some of my stuff in it. And then this is my mom's sewing machine. One of two that she had. The other one has a serger on it. Not quite sure what that does, but something with seaming. And there's 4 spools of thread and way more than my not being able to sew brain knows what to do with. So what do I got in here? I don't remember. Look at these cute little elephants. Aren't they adorable? I found those at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so I don't have anything really in this. This is string, thread. This drawer, these are the bags that I want to line that I have made so far. And this is some fabric down here. So I have more fabric, and I'm going to show you the fabric. And I have more that is in this bag right here, these bags that I purchased that I thought you might like to see as I put it away. I thought I'm going to do this chore and I will share it with you. Don't mind me, it's housework day. I am doing housework, so I look a mess, but let's see what we got. So this is what this video is going to be about. I'm putting away some fabric that I purchased, and what even started me even thinking about doing some bags is I've had these 2 sewing machines. The other one is over here, but it's like way out of this way crazy. Crazy for someone that really doesn't sew anyway. And Debbie the Canadian crocheter and my good friend Billy, the Crafty Floridian, last year had a Christmas gift exchange for, 12 days of Christmas or something they did. And they made bags for each other to put their Christmas gifts in. And I thought, my God, that's such a great idea. Then they can reuse the bags next year to re-gift to each other or anybody else. And you just make reusable cloth bags. And I thought, that's such a great idea. I really loved that idea a whole lot. Well, I was in, I think, Joann Fabrics one day after seeing those videos. And they had their Christmas yarn or Christmas fabric on sale. And I thought, I've got those sewing machines. Plus I have one of my own that I almost know how to use. I can sew a straight line, relatively straight. I mean, I'm nothing fancy. I can make the thing go forward. And even I know how to back it up. You just hit that little button and it backs up. So like I can do that. I can watch some videos and I can figure out how to make little gift bags for the gifts that I, give out for Christmas this year. That's like a goal of mine to do that. Specifically, once I saw this fabric on sale. So, when I go into the stores lately, I've been kind of looking, which isn't often, but I've been looking for fabric. I did find, let's see, let me show you this. When I made a blanket for Luck of the Draw. No, I think it was Luck of the Draw last year. Anyway, I had some leftover squares. I had 2 squares left over, and they were made out of willow squares. I can show them to you. I have them right here. I had these 2 willow squares left over, and I was going to make a pillow out of them, and I was going to show my my Ari, the 3rd granddaughter, how to sew. And now I'm turning this into a bag because we never got together to make the pillow. But for making the pillow, I had purchased some fabric. I had, let's see, stay there. I purchased this bright yellow. Oh, don't be stuck. And I purchased white. I don't think the white is big enough. I didn't know. Like it was just a remnant I picked up a fat quarter. It's a fat quarter. But I thought I couldn't decide if I wanted the white to show or the yellow to show. So then I thought, well, maybe I would do one side white and one side yellow, because they'll show through with this pattern. A great deal of the fabric will show. So I bought the two colors. And now it's going to be a bag as soon as I figure out how to make the insert, which shouldn't be hard. And I think we decided white fabric was what to go with. But anyway, I have the fabric for that, and I've had that for a while. Then I also picked up, hold on, I dropped it all on the floor. At that same time, if you remember, if you've been around for a while, I was making the Van Halen blanket, red, black, and white. And then I decided that was going to end up a pillow. And so I bought black and red fabric, fat quarters, to make a pillow out of it. Obviously, I didn't make the pillow. It ended up, I had the center of it as the Van Halen blanket, and then I did red and black around it in the Modern Granny and made it a full-size blanket and gave that away to who it was going to. And when I was in Florida with Nancy, we went to Joann's and I picked up these purple fat quarters, really cheap. I think I paid like 37 cents or something for them because they were on clearance, and they're purple. Of course, I don't have any bags that are purple, but, you know, crochet bags. And I picked up this truck fabric and this bunch of fat quarters that are all different, because I think fat quarters can work for lining the bags that I have. The sizes, I mean, I don't know. But they were cheap, and I like to shop on the cheap. So I figured I'll do something with them. And they didn't have to be Christmas bags, but they could be linings. But like of these were still with the Christmas theme. Well, kind of like these are red and green fish. And then, you know, this is Christmas fabric. So I don't know what some of these others are. They're just, they would make nice liners, you know, or the bag itself. So anyway, I was so inspired when I saw what Debbie, and Debbie's making these awesome bags, and Billy is, you know, y'all know Billy's fabulous at it. So I thought I can sew some seams and make bags to shove gifts in. But now I need to make bags to line the crochet bags. So anyway, when I was in Florida, no, after Christmas, I found all kinds of fabrics that I picked up. Oh, I think this one's inside out. Nope. So I got this one, because I'm going to put these away in this top drawer that has only the thread in it. And I'm not even going to unroll them, because I picked up all of these just in rolls. So I'm just going to throw them in my top drawer like that. And they can be insides or outsides. Isn't that cool for a Christmas bag? This has kitties on it. And this one is sparkly gingerbread people. But they're just going to stay rolled up. They'll be fine. And then just plain. I like it for whatever you do. And then I found, and I don't know, I think these weren't rolled up remnants, but I don't know, they were cheap. They were on clearance, I think 70 or 80 or 90% off. Look at this one. I bought a lot of that one. And campers. And like, I'm going to make bags and give it to, I mean, the idea, the thought, the hope is that I'm going to make these bags and give gifts, like even to family and friends. And like, I think my granddaughters would love a gift in that bag, and then they might use that bag or give it back to Grammy for next year. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I thought those were kind of cool. And then I bought, because I really don't know what I'm doing. Oh, one more on a roll. That would be really cute inside with the snowmen, right? Those would go real cute together. I'm not planning on, like, I'm going to have this fabric stash. That's not the idea. But I didn't know what to do for drawstrings for them because I'm going to do drawstring bags. I'm not even thinking about attempting zippers, no way. But for the Christmas bags, like they had, it's ribbon, but it's like a cloth ribbon. And I thought that would be cute. Maybe I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. And that one, but they're all cloth. And this one says Merry Christmas on it. So I thought that, and they might work. I don't know. If not, I got these other three that I thought I could just, you know, sew to put as drawstrings because they're cloth. Maybe it won't work. Maybe I'm not though. But one of the bags that I have, or maybe more than one, but anyway, for sure the one that has the gnomes on it that I got for Christmas from Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too, with our Christmas swap, has a handle on the side that is made out of like this kind of stuff, which I really love the handle on the side, you know, so you don't have to hold it by the drawstrings, which is fine too. But so anyway, they had some of this and I thought, well, that could go with some of these fabrics for a handle on the side if I got creative. We'll see. Excuse me. It didn't look like that would be a hard thing to just add into a side seam, so I bought some of that to practice and play with that. And then I went to what the heck, Dollar Tree. They're selling fabric at Dollar Tree. Who knew? I did not know. So I bought some, I guess they're calling them fat quarters. I bought some makeup remover. I've been looking for that. And so I just picked up, they're $1.25, you know, at the $1.25 Dollar Tree. And I picked up several different ones. This is Farmhouse, and it's got cows and chickens on it. And these are, they're called crafter squares, and they're fabric 18 by 21, which I think is the same kind of size that these fat quarters came in from Loops and Thread. This was, yeah, 18 by 21. And this one has campers, but it's spring. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that one. I want a bag of that. So I bought that. I bought 2 of those apparently. And oops. So I had no idea that Hobby Lobby, or I mean, not Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree was carrying fabric, but this one has pigs and cows. No, pigs and dogs. Pigs and dogs with glasses. And then I got a couple of that are checkerboards. Oh, here's another checkerboard. And then there's several that are plain, just different colors. And then I got this one. This has gray trucks on it, not red trucks. I don't know, can you tell? But that's kind of cool. And then some roses and flowers in bright colors. This one is, it says home on it, gather, and there's water cans on it. And this one is just kind of cool colors with some designs in it and peace signs. So I got all of those. I have now a very, I'm considering this a large stash for someone that doesn't sew. I forgot that I bought those fabrics at Christmas time when I was, and then I just got caught up with, oh, that one's cute, oh, that one's cute, when I was at Dollar Tree. And I forgot that I had purchased all those other fabrics, so now I have a lot of sewing stuff. And I have thread. I don't know if there's specific thread that you need for specific, it's, you know, it's like cottons, you know, I think that's what this stuff is. They all feel the same. Some are thicker. But then Nancy said she made a bag. If you guys didn't catch that video of hers, she did make a bag because she wanted to learn to make bags as well. We think alike. And really, my hair has been brushed. It just doesn't look like it right now. Like I said, I'm cleaning. It's cleaning day, not not really video day, but I thought I'm gonna knock this out at the same time as doing this. I'll do a video and show you my plans for my crochet bags. I'm sure that I have something that'll fit all of these bags. As far as color scheme goes, all the crochet bags I've made, and my luck of the draw, I'm making 2 more bags, and I want to line them as well. I've been watching some sewing videos to figure out how to do that. Billy's very helpful, of course. And Debbie has inspired me with her even scrap things that she makes. And Billy, she's just, I can't say enough. So anyway, Nancy said, if you're going to make a bag, you got to put some interfacing in it to make it stand up. Now, my favorite bag that I've used for a while, that I take my crochet to work with me, does not have interfacing in it. It's just cloth, and it crunches up, and it's got like rope almost for drawstrings. But it's not a very big bag, and it does have a box bottom, which I really don't care for work if it has a box bottom. But I like the fact that it doesn't have interfacing in it, because I can squish it into my lunch bag, and it makes it real squishable. I don't need it to stand up. The bag that Nancy gave me for Christmas with the handle on the side, that definitely has interfacing. You can feel the difference in it. It's stiff. It's great. I mean, I'm not condemning that bag. I love it. And I do use it. It's got my double dog deer knitting project in there. But some bags I think I might want to be soft, and some bags I'm going to try this interfacing, and it's iron-on. I have no idea how to buy interfacing. I don't know what's a good price. I don't know anything about it. But Nancy said get the iron-on stuff. So I went to the lady at Joann's and I said, I need this iron-on stiffening fabric interfacing stuff. So she told me to buy this. So I did. I bought what she told me to buy. I was a good girl. And it's just white. Oh, wait. And I bought, I think, 2 yards of it because they had a 40% off coupon. And so they let me use that on all the yards. I didn't know if you bought fabric by the yard, do you get that 40% off on all the yards or just the first yard? But it is, for those of you that don't sew but need to buy fabric once in a while, it's on the cut. So you can get 50 yards if it's one cut and use the 40% off coupon. I'm sure they don't even have 50 yards on a spool thing. But if you get 3 different fabrics, you only get it off of the one. So you would use it on the one that you get the most fabric for that's not on sale. So anyway, this is the interfacing. And I guess there's probably a right side and a wrong side. It doesn't feel stiff. Yeah, the one side is rough to the touch. I guess that's the inside that you put towards your fabric. And then I assume you use a lining with this still, right? You iron this to the fabric and then use a lining. See, I don't even know. I have to ask Billy and Nancy how that works. But I did buy that, and I did get to use my 40% off coupon. And I think they gave me another coupon for 20% off. And then I saw this fabric, which I just loved, because fabric can be just kind of fun like yarn, you know? Oh, look at this. It's so cool. So that's the Precious Moments. See the little guy? I don't know. Can you see him? Isn't he cute? And this is 3/4 of a yard, I think it says. And it was on sale. It was marked down from $12.98 to $9.73 a yard, and then it was on 50 or 60% off of that price. So I probably paid like $4 for it. But I have a sister-in-law that I love to death, and she loves Precious Moments. So maybe I will make her just a little bag. I don't know what she'll do with it. She doesn't craft. But when I saw the Precious Moments, I thought of my sister-in-law, Lori, and I said, oh, if I'm going to make a bag, maybe I'll make her one. You know, if I figure out how to do it and it gets to be not hard, then you can just like do the assembly line thing. But for lining, like oh, what else was in here? Something is in here. Oh, that's my interfacing. I want to keep it in the bag because that way I'll know what seed interfacing and not get it mixed up with anything else. Because I could see that I would do that. Except it's got that weird feel on the inside. But maybe I will give her one of these bags that I'm making. But each of these bags has... This is a Billy bag. And it's a market bag. So I don't think I'm going to line it. But I put it in here with my with my crocheted bags. But the other bags that I'm making or have made, I made this last year just because I wanted to. So I'm thinking I could line that, and then there's the ones that you've seen recently. Well, there's Chloe's bag that definitely needs a lining. So these will be lined, like, you have to get the fabric to match the bag that's been made. But the bags, if they're just cloth, then you can make it to the size of your fabric, right? I mean, why not? But these, the fabric has to match the size of the bag that I made. So next step is matching the fabric to the bags. And I think that could be a fun step. And then learning how to do it. That's the hard step. But hopefully fun as well. But that's going to be in my crafting journeys. You know, I like to learn new things. So that's the next step of learning new things, is going to be to learn to... First, I'm going to line these bags, because I'm thinking if I learn... I've never used the sewing machine, and thank God my mom kept all the books. And I'm sure there's YouTube tutorials to teach me how to do it. But, and I have Billy, and I have Nancy. And I could probably even, you know, email Deb, the Canadian crocheter, because she is such a wonderful, helpful woman all the time. But I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to start with trying to line the bags, because if there's mistakes, it's on the inside and nobody will see. So I kind of like that idea. But my question is, okay, so on a crocheted bag, you're going to put the right side facing out of the bag, so the wrong side is then showing, or do you do a double liner? And like at first I hadn't really thought about that, but or do you just use plain fabric and then it doesn't matter? So if I'm just going to stick white in there, then I would put the salvage edges to the inside of the crochet, so you don't see the salvage edge. I mean, that's like the whole part of it, right? You don't want to see the salvage edge. But then if I thought it would be cute to use, you know, to throw some pastel, you don't want the back of the fabric showing through, right? Like, how do you do that? What is the protocol? Because in this bag, it's got holes, but some of them have big holes. This one, it wouldn't be as bad. But I think I will use some plain. But then I would really love to give her something with some pizzazz or some. But she, because this is Chloe's bag, and well, those are all dark, and they wouldn't work. But I could do like this color inside this bag, right? Because there's the blues in there, and if I do this solid color, I don't know if there's enough. Probably not. Yeah, because this is a deep bag. But if I did something similar to this, or go buy more of this, then it wouldn't matter inside or outside. I mean, if I put, I'm sure the inside isn't as brilliant, or the, you know, the wrong side isn't as colorful. Like the color's probably less. And if that's the case, and it's on the shows through, they wouldn't really notice, because you wouldn't show through so much, right? I actually do like that one with this. I might have to run into Dollar Tree, because I'm sure this is not big enough. This ended up being a bigger bag, but who knew? I mean, it's kind of like buying yarn when you don't know that you should buy like sweater quantity, and you just pick up a skein or two. I think I'm doing that now. And this one wouldn't show through too much, so I could put a printed fabric in here, and it probably wouldn't, you wouldn't see it a whole lot through the spaces, you know what I mean? So then it wouldn't matter that the printed side or the right side of the fabric is on the inside of the bag showing out. But like this bag, you're going to see the fabric, and you want the, so do you want the right side of the fabric showing, so you do a double liner? Is that how you do that? If you guys know, please comment, because I want to do it so that it looks right. And I'm making more bags. I am finding that I'm enjoying crocheting a bag. And Crystal from Bag O' Day has lots of bags, right? Right now I'm not using her pattern, sorry Crystal, on the bag that I'm doing for Look at the Draw, but I'm going to do 2 of those bags, and they are pretty solid. So, but I'm making them out of kitchen cotton, so they're not going to have much stretch to them anyway. And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong with this, but I used to have a twin bed set up in what is now my yarn room for the grandkids. And I took that bed down and got rid of it. And so I had some twin sheets that like nobody ever really slept on, because the grandkids rarely ever spent the night and slept in there. Because I had other beds too. And I had dolls set up in there, just on a side note. I had all these dolls lined up where the yarn is on the top of my room. I had all my porcelain dolls lined up. Well, not all of them, but I had shelves in there that are not in there anymore. Regardless. And the kids were afraid. I'm like, this is such a great girl room. I have 4 granddaughters. What a great, cute little room for them to sleep in with all the dolls. But sometimes porcelain dolls creep people out, and they were afraid to sleep in there. So I had sheets. I have 2 sets, and this is one of them. But it's like nice material. So I was going to give it to Goodwill, and I thought, why not use this to line bags with? Isn't that cool? I love this material, and I don't think any one time did anybody even sleep on this set of sheets. And I have another set, so I could switch them out if they, you know, peed the bed or whatever, but nobody ever slept there, so it really didn't matter. So anyway, I kept those, and I think I'm going to recycle that fabric, and I have another set, but it's still upstairs. It hasn't made it down to the dresser yet. And it's got like it's white with pale tan roses on it, which would be a great lining for a bag too, I think, you know. So can you do that? Reuse sheets? I mean, why not? I think it looks fine. I mean, I think in my brain, it's like a cool idea. Instead of tossing them, just recycle, reuse, right? So anyway, let me know about that. And I did have to mention one thing really quickly. People have been asking about the puzzle, about the yarn from Ice that I showed in my last video. And I wanted to bring it down, but I didn't. It's upstairs still. It is Puzzle Baby from Ice Yarn. That's what it's called, Puzzle Baby. So if you are interested in purchasing that yarn from Ice, Nancy sent that home with me from Florida. It's such a bright color. I love the brightness of it. But anyway, it's called Puzzle Baby. So if you are interested in purchasing it, that's what you look up. I guess you can type it in by name. I don't know. Ice Yarn's website is confusing to me. So that's all I have for you. I have that sewing stuff. That's what it's put away now. I don't have anything else to talk about for right now. For today's video, that's all you get. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing. If you like this content, subscribe. I'm not a sewing channel, but this is going to be another craft adventure, and my learning new things, because I do like to experiment once in a while. I'm not really cheating on the yarn. It kind of goes with lining my bags. So, and I'm supposed to not purchase yarn so much, only with mindful purchases, because we're shopping our stash and de-stashing that way. And that's fine, and I'm excited about that. So now I guess I'm going to buy some fabric. I think I need to buy solid colors, but I really don't want to buy too many. You know, it will be mindful shopping at this point. But for $1.25, which maybe it's not even a good price. I don't know. But I saw some really cute ones, and so then I just kind of went nuts. But I think the linings are mostly going to be like remnants and scraps and stuff like that. And that's fine. So anyway, that's all I got for you today. And I will see you in the next video, maybe, hopefully tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I do want to try to put out more content again. It was just a busy January. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.